Why make two stops when you could shop at two amazing stores under one roof? Visit Lollipops on Main Boutique and the Stitching Heifers in the heart of downtown Bushnell for all your clothing, accessories, and custom gear. At Lollipops on Main Boutique, you can find stylish women's and men's apparel, novelty items, and the perfect gift ideas.
The Stitching Heifers is your one-stop shop for embroidered and printed hats, custom patch hats, and trending graphic tees that can be fully customized for you, your company, or your next big event. Whether you need a single design or a whole company's worth of branded gear, they've got you covered. Come see us at 110 Bushnell Plaza in Bushnell. Shop in-store or browse online anytime at mponmaine.com and thestitchingheifers.com. All right, welcome back to another edition of the Goblay Show. I'm your host, Billy Goble, and today's special guest is a musician all the way from, I think it's London. We're going to find out, but I think we're going to say England for right now, but I do believe it's London. And without further ado, she's a awesome musician on TikTok. I found her playing on the streets the other day, and I'm saying she's doing a great job. I want to just introduce her. And without further ado, please give it up for Miss Amy Alex. Amy Alex. Welcome to the show, Amy. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing? I'm good, thank you. I've just come back from a busk. It's horrible weather here in the UK at the moment. So I've been rained on. It's been basically like a storm this last week. It's been torrential rain, sleet, you name it, thunder and lightning. Yeah, just powering through it. February here, British weather, awful. But pleased to be back and on here with you.
Did you? Did I get it right? You are in London, correct?
So I'm actually quite far from London.
Oh my gosh! Look at
I'll
that.
let you off because everyone in America, when I went to America, everyone only knows London and Manchester. So I'm closer to Manchester. Yeah,
I apologize.
I remember going to it's okay. I remember going to the Empire State Building years ago, and we were chatting to the security guard, and he was like, "Are you guys from London?" And I was like, "No, he was like, "I know Manchester." So I always tell people Manchester. I'm not too far, about an hour from Manchester.
Oh, okay, so that's not bad.
In Blackburn.
I'm the same way here in Florida. I'm about an hour from Orlando and an hour away from Tampa,
nice.
So it's not.
Nice.
We're not too far away, but I have to do the same thing because if I said where I'm actually from, they're like, "What?
Where? No one's going to know.
Never heard of it.
Never
heard of it. No." So
I have been to Orlando. It's very nice. It's very hot. We went and did all the parks. Me and you were chatting about this before we went live. But I'd love to go back.
Yeah, I used to work at the parks. I didn't get to tell you that.
Really?
I used to work at Disney, and I worked at Universal for a little spell there. I did the Mardi Gras parade at Universal, but I was at
wow.
Yeah, at Disney I did about 16 years with them. Yeah, it was pretty.
So
cool.
Which did you prefer, Universal or Disney?
So I'll tell you this. And I'll be quite honest with you. Disney is Disney. Once you see Disney and you know how it works and you're used to Disney, it's like going to a country club. And then when you go to other places, it's just not the same. And that's not fair. I'll be honest. That's not fair to anybody else. But, we would go to SeaWorld or when I worked at Universal, I did like, working at Universal. It was so laid back. Everybody had a good, they were very, very professional. But Disney was just Disney. It's different. It really is. And I can't explain how they do it without saying, like, it literally is like pixie dust, like they call it. That's what they say. That
Everything's
magic.
So well thought out, isn't it? Every single detail.
Yes. And it's like they haven't even, they haven't been around for 100 years doing this. So, but they've gotten the solution to pretty much every problem that they've ever ran across, and they know what to do. It's amazing.
It's just a very, very tightly run ship, isn't it? Very tightly.
Yes, it's almost like
to go back.
It's awesome. It's a great time. Now things have changed a little bit since I was there. I mean that's kind of obvious, but I went probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. I went and just by myself, and I was at a podcast convention over in Orlando, and I was like, I'm gonna go to this thing in the morning, and then I'm gonna go to the park afterwards. And I went to Magic Kingdom, and I felt like I was home. Like I walked into my front door, and I was home. I knew.
It's such a weird feeling because you obviously you probably feel at home there because you've worked there. But I remember when we went. Obviously, I'd never been before. Ever, I was a child when I went. But it just feel like home, even if you've never been there before. I don't know how they do it. There's just something so magical about it.
And that's as close as I've ever been to the UK, by the way. I used to work at Epcot in the UK with Winnie the Pooh.
I didn't know we had one.
Oh here. Yeah, at Epcot.
Really?
Yeah, they have their
Epcot
own.
Here?
Yes,
Where?
you have. There's 4 parks at Magic Kingdom or at Disney. There's Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. So Epcot has the 11 countries, and there's I'll name them all for you. Ready? There's Canada. I'm gonna go in order that I go in. There's Canada. There's the UK. There's France. There's Morocco. There's Japan. We have our own little America. Like it's in the center.
Yeah.
And then you got Italy, Germany, China, Norway, and Mexico.
Wow!
I can't believe you've never been there.
I've been to the Epcot in the US.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I mean. That's the UK.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought you meant I had one on my doorstep.
No. No, that was as close as I've been to the UK.
Epcot in the US. It's the one with the giant golf ball, right?
Yeah. That's what I call it too.
I remember going there with is it a golf ball?
No. It's called a. Well, that's what everybody refers it to. Then, and like I said, that's what I say. So don't feel bad because that's exactly what I say, and I work there. Because everybody can relate to it. I'm like, the big golf ball. We're just waiting for the big golf club to come down and swing it. But that is it's a geosphere. It's Spaceship Earth. It's a ride.
Oh, right.
So,
I had no idea. I mean, I've got very limited memory of going because I think I was 11 when we went.
Oh,
and, we stayed at I can't even remember where we stayed. It was like it was like apartment buildings with like a swimming pool outside with like mushrooms in with like waterfalls and also I can't remember what it was, but it was kind of near the Upside Down House, I think.
Okay,
wherever that is.
It's on iDrive there,
right? Yeah,
International, which is called International Drive. We call it iDrive. That's International Drive. Yeah.
So we were kind of staying near there.
Okay.
I remember that, and I remember going to Epcot. I remember going on it was like a G4 simulator and feeling so sick.
Yeah.
And I remember the monorail, and that was about it. That's all I remember from there. But we had a great time. I remember going to Universal. The highlight of Universal for me was the Simpsons simulator.
Yeah, that was good. That's.
You said that with such ugh.
Well, no, because, and I'll tell you why. Because if you knew what was before there, that was the Back to the Future ride. So they took that Back to the Future ride, and they made it into the Simpsons.
And I take it you prefer the Back to the Future one.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hurt your heart even more by telling you I've never watched that film ever.
Oh no, it's a classic.
I know. I'm a 98 baby. I have to watch it at some point.
You have to do it. So, funny story about that. It came out in 1985. I was I'm dating myself, but I was 3 then. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm 44 right now. So my wife and I, that's our favorite. It's our favorite movie.
It's a classic. I don't know why I've not seen it.
It's definitely a classic. But this was during COVID. You know how COVID was. Everything was shut down.
Yeah.
And where we live in Florida, there's probably about 30 minutes away is another town called Zephyr Hills. And they had this this movie theater that I heard through I think it was Facebook or something. They said, hey, if you buy tickets are $10, if you buy 6 tickets, you can bring up to if you buy 6 tickets, you can actually buy the whole place out. So
wow.
When I was younger, that was like a baller move right there. Like if you were going to take a date, you're like, I'm going to buy the theater out. It's just going to be
hire
us.
the whole cinema.
Right. So I said,
See, that's not a thing in the UK. People would think you were really weird if you did that in the UK.
That's what I'm saying. Like but yeah, I can see what you mean by that. But so to add to that, I didn't want to tell she's my wife now, but we were just dating. I didn't want to tell my girlfriend at the time, hey, I'm going to do this for you, and it's going to be really, 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 really cool. Like, it's a surprise, so I don't want to tell her.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell her, and we're going to this place, and she has no idea where we're going. And outside the building kind of looks, it's not sketchy, but it looks kind of like, you might lose a kidney, while you're in there. So she goes in there, and she says, she's like, what are we doing? And I'm like, just trust me. Like, do you trust me? Come on inside. It's like I was, baiting her in. I was like, come on. And so I check in with the guy, and the guy says, oh, you're Mr. Goble. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, oh, he shakes my hand. He's like, we really appreciate you. And we really appreciate this. We appreciate your business. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I look at her, and she's like what is going on? So, and then finally we get to the movie theater, and my wife says, okay, what is going on? And I said, I rented out the whole theater just for us. So we could.
This is like a scene from Goodfellas. Like where he takes her into the restaurant. That's what I'm
exactly. Yeah, you don't want anybody else in there with you. You just want it to be quiet. It's very intimate. I'm trying to impress her, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so we watched the whole movie, and it was awesome. And so I told my brother, and my brother's like, Billy, it's on Netflix, right? Like, you could have done that at your house. But it's not the same, like, this was special. So it was cool.
It's the thought that counts and the effort.
Yeah.
So
in the UK, that would have been a weirdo.
Clearly it was the right move because she's your wife now.
I was hoping that was the thing that really pushed it over the top right there. That was what it is.
We're just miserable in the UK. That wouldn't happen here because we're just miserable. Typical British.
You don't have any romantics over there?
No, you just get called, probably can't say it on here what you get called. I'll keep it PG.
But I saw the movie The Holiday. I thought everybody was all romantic. Romantic, I don't have a clue with that.
It ain't like the films. I mean, it might be down south. There's a real divide. I don't know whether you guys across the pond know this, but there's a real divide between the north and the south of the UK, and it's kind of like a. Do you know what banter is?
I don't think so.
Banter is kind of like, how do I describe banter? Banter's like, it's kind of like a joke at somebody's expense, but it's kind of just like playing rough.
Gotcha.
Verbally.
Gotcha.
But there's a bit of a divide between the north and the south, and it's an ongoing kind of joke, semi-joke, that people from the south hate the people from the north, and people from the north hate the people from the south. It's just very, very different culturally. So in the north, people are kind of more. I don't know. I guess like the South is a little bit more serious, so there could be more. They take things more, seriously. So there's it's probably more romantic and more serious there. But the North, everyone just takes the mick out of everybody. So it wouldn't fly in the North.
Oh, gotcha. So and that's the thing is you don't even realize things that go on in other countries that you think. We all think we have our problems here in our country, and then you go to other countries and they're doing the same thing, but it's a different version of what we're dealing with, and I guess we don't realize how across the board we are. You know what I mean? It's like growing up and someone had a bad. I don't want to say it's all bad, but you had a bad childhood or they had a bad home life. And then they go, well, nobody knows how I feel because it happened to me, and I feel like it just only happened to me. And there's people that it happened to them as well, and they just don't talk about it. which you would think if people would kind of open up and say, hey, look, this did happen to me, knowing that somebody else is going through the same thing, they could probably make them feel a little bit better about it.
Definitely. And that's a real problem here in Britain. People don't express their emotions like at all, really.
Gotcha.
It's frowned upon. I think people are probably more open where you are with each other. It's funny. We're a funny country. Not to do it down too much. I think a lot of my fellow Brits would agree we're a bit of a miserable country, really. Something that I also noticed, which I'd never thought about before, is there's a lot of countries who don't queue. Like standing in a queue for something. Apparently, that's just a purely kind of British, American, and maybe Australia thing. I mean, I'm sure your viewers will correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard someone talking about it, and I was like, oh my God, I never realised that queuing is not a thing in a lot of countries. So weird, I think, yeah.
It's and so I'll be honest with you. Working at Disney, that makes a little bit of sense because, it was part of my job was to, like, if I took a character out, say I had Snow White or Cinderella or Mickey Mouse, whatever. And I would say, okay, guys, if we weren't in a controlled setting, which means they had like their own area with chains where people could walk in and it looks like like we were going on a ride.
I thought you meant the characters were on chains.
Yeah, they're all hung up like.
Yeah, you're not allowed to leave.
Let me sign your book here, and they're gonna let me out at 5:00. No,
Disney.
No, they have like the chain ropes to keep you like inside the queue. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't experience that, and when they get to Disney, they're like, they have to either learn really quick or they are constantly reminded, like, hey, you cut the line. What are you doing? Because people here, people here will call you out on it. They will. Yeah. They will. Now, I'm the kind of person. Maybe when I was younger, I'd be like, hey, man, hey, there's a line here. But now I try to seriously. I tell people all the time. I try to avoid confrontation.
Well, what's your star sign?
What do you mean?
What's your zodiac sign?
Oh, I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, I don't know much about Capricorns. There's a lot that I don't know whether you're into or your zodiac. I forgot you guys call it zodiac. We call it star signs over here.
Oh, okay. That's what I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
No, you're right.
There's so many words that like I forget. Like we call we call a faucet a tap.
Uh-huh.
A tap, is that right?
Yeah, a tap. Like, well, we do call it tap water.
Oh, so do you?
Yeah, we call it tap water. Like, and that confuses people. Some people, because they'll go, "Would you like tap water, or would you like it from a bottle?" And they're like, "Doesn't it come from the same place?" And like, no, it comes from a bottle.
Oh yeah.
or your faucet. Like you're just gonna.
Well, loads of countries do bottled water, don't they? I think we're one of the only ones who have it straight from taps a lot of the time. Yeah. There's also I actually have a vivid memory of being in Florida and being on the beach and you're going to have to excuse my terrible accent here. No, a mother saying to her daughter, "Honey, do you want to get your floaties on?" And I was like, "What the hell is a floaty?" Because we call them, like, I'm assuming floaties are the things you put on your arm. Yep. Yeah, we call them armbands, which your floaties is a much nicer word, but armband, this is what we call them. Very, very boring. But yeah, that's a vivid memory from Florida. Floaties.
When it's funny, and I mean this in the most sincere way. When you did that accent, your accent dropped. I noticed. Like, it's like, it was like, you kind of spoke like you were from the States.
Yeah.
When you did that, you're like, honey, get your
floaties
on. Yeah. It's funny how sometimes you can do that and, or like there's a musician that's like from England, like say Phil Collins. Phil Collins has an accent, but when he sings, there's no accent.
You can't tell, can you, with some people?
Keith Urban. Yes. Keith Urban's the same way. I didn't know he was from. I think he's from Australia.
I'm not sure.
And it's like, I'm like, bro, I had no idea. He sounded like he's from Georgia. Like Like,
It's quite I feel like it's quite an art to disguise your accent when singing. I can't do it. I'm very like, my northern twang comes through, northern British twang comes through quite heavily, and I think that was it used to be stronger when I first started doing what I do, and that was a real kind of selling point for me, that people used to say, oh, I love how your northern accent comes through, because you don't hear that very often in music. You hear a lot of southern British accents coming through, but northern singers not so much.
Right.
But yeah, I've kind of toned that down over the years. It's hard not to have it crop up in when singing.
When I worked at Disney, they have a name tag, and one day I forgot my name tag. So I go to costuming and I go, "Hey, I forgot my name tag," and they like pull out this drawer, and they're like, "Who do you want to be?" He like, what name do you want to be? And so I'm
that's so dystopian.
I know. I was like, I don't know. What are my options? And they're like pulling up like, they're like Kim. I'm like, no, give me a man's name. Like, all right. So I finally get like Christian. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I could pass, whatever. I pass as a Christian, whatever. And so I was like, give me Christian. Well, I didn't read the bottom where it was from. It said Bayamon, Puerto Rico.
No.
So I put it on, and I went out in the park, and I'm talking to the guests, and I said, okay, we're, blah, 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 doing my thing. And the guy looks at me and goes, you don't sound Puerto Rican. and I just looked at him and I said, Southern Puerto Rico. I'm from Southern Puerto Rico because of my accent. And they're like,
Puerto Rico, I'm very bad at geography. Is Puerto Rico kind of Mexico way?
So it's okay. So if you're looking at Florida, and Mexico is left of the bottom of the states of of America, and then Puerto Rico is to the far right. Like you'll see, it's over.
Oh, so is it still in North America?
Yes.
Yeah,
cool. It's due east of like Cuba and Jamaica. They just make like one big line.
I see.
And they make a big line down there, and then that's the Caribbean. They're in the Caribbean. Yeah.
I was trying to place everything in my head because I've just finished watching Breaking Bad again. Is that kind of near?
Yeah.
Is that kind of near there? Yeah.
Breaking Bad is no. But I can understand what you're saying. So Breaking Bad is like New Mexico, which is a state, and it's right beside the border of Mexico. So it's right next to Texas, and
down
on the bottom, down on the bottom. So that'd be like southwest corner of the U.S. And
I'm trying to learn where everything is because
that's okay.
Florida
listen,
on the map.
That's totally fine because there's things in London, or I always say London, in England that I don't know where are or. All
you need to know for England is at the bottom it's London. In the middle is Manchester, and at the top is Scotland. And that's about it, really.
Okay.
Well, Scotland's not England; it's UK. But
right, and then you got Wales too.
Wales is off an island off to the left.
Okay.
Is it an island? No, actually, I'm going to make myself sound so stupid on this. I can't remember if Wales is attached to the mainland. Anyway. Enough of this because I'm going to make myself sound like an idiot.
No, it's fine.
Even the layout of my own country.
That's only
any Welshies watching. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But it's awesome. That's one of the places. It's on my bucket list. I want to go
to the UK.
I want to go to the UK. I want to take the train from London to Paris.
Your best time to come is between May and September.
Okay. Is it not as busy, or it's just better weather?
It's just, you do not want to come in British winter. It is disgusting and awful. It goes dark at 4 p.m. It's like minus Celsius temperatures. It's just not fun. No one does anything. No one sees anyone. It's boring, really boring. So in between May and September is your prime time.
So what city do that when I introduced you and I said, you know, I don't want to call you, when I say street performer, I say that in a good way. I don't want to
You
say
call me what you want.
I don't want to say you're like
I've heard worse.
I don't want to say you're like a carnival person or something like street performer.
Call me
you know,
whatever you want.
Yeah. No,
I get called a beggar, a virtual beggar every day.
Oh, no, no.
Whatever you say, you won't offend me. Call me whatever you want.
No, I mean it in a respectful way. I think you do a great job what you do.
Thank you.
I just listened for a little bit, so I just got a little bit of taste. I had a little taste of it, but I was like, oh my gosh, she sounds awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm also the type of person that I don't really care, like if people shut me down. So I'm like, I'm going to send her a message, and we're gonna set up a podcast.
I love doing stuff like this. Love it.
Yeah,
love to
I'm so glad you did. I was like, and you were like, even in the TikTok live, you were like, you're like, oh, and you like took the time to read it. You weren't like most people, they're just bypass it, you know.
Well,
I guess
think
because
it's a huge. I really value my community. You know, I'm just I come from very humble roots. I'm not from a rich family. I'm from a very working class family in the north of England, and I'm a very social person, and I would be mortified if anybody thought that I was trying to view myself as better than them, or right. You know, people weren't worth my time. So I really do value community and everybody who supports me in any way online, and I try and answer everybody, you know, where I can. Obviously, they can't always when views are high, but I try my best, because the fact that somebody has taken time out of their day to compliment me or send me a gift or invite me on a show like you have, it's, you know, it's very humbling, and I try and give everybody as much time as I can, you know.
I appreciate that. And everybody appreciates what you do. It was funny. I was watching the. I don't remember what day it was, but I caught. You know, I'll try to catch a live every once in a while. And I've got several people that I follow, and there's another young lady up in New York that I follow. She's also a musician, and she's very good as well. And I always compliment, hey, great job. And so I try to go out and find different people that are very like. This is what this show is all about. Is highlighting people that are making a difference, and they don't have to be a superstar yet, but they can be someone who's making an attempt to make where they are better. And I think you're doing a great job with that.
Thank you. I totally forgot we were on a recorded call. I've been biting my nails this whole time. Sorry.
Sorry, I have that same habit. Like, look, this is how we want it to be. I don't want you to be anybody that you're not. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm somebody else either. But I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. You don't have to worry about that. It's okay.
Oh, good. I just realized I was doing it. My bad.
Just relax. Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm not gonna be like, hey, put the hands down.
It's a terrible habit. Really terrible.
It is. I do the same thing. I have no fingernails either. So, and it's a bit. Stumps. It's kind of a thing where it's like a tick. You know, like a nervous thing I do. Like when I'll get to a certain place, and I know it's horrible, but I don't do it all the time, but I'll catch myself doing it. And I'm like, I got to stop doing that. It's just like anything else you do. But
Totally.
But, when we were talking about you, one of your videos, you were actually talking to some guy walked by, and you were like, he was talking to you, and you're like, he's like, and you were going to talk to him about something. He goes, I've got to catch the bus. Like, it was the most genuine, like it was like the most. I don't want to say like it was almost like it was like a movie, like it was like you know like it was scripted. Like, all right, and you're gonna walk up and you gotta catch the bus. You gotta go. You know, like
I don't remember that. Was that recently?
It was recent. Yeah, it was just a couple, maybe last week or something like that. A couple days ago.
I don't remember. I tend to perform right next to the bus station. So,
yes.
I don't know if you guys call it a depot. Bus depot?
It's just a bus stop. Yeah, a bus
stop. Yeah,
or depot. Depot's bigger.
It's like a huge one where like 10 buses come to.
Oh yeah, then that would be a depot. Right.
So I tend to perform locally next to that. So there's loads of people who come and chat, and then they're like, I've got to catch a bus. Bye.
Yeah. No, he was very, very cool. I think that was like it's refreshing to see stuff like that. Like you tend to forget that people are people. Like you said, like working class people that, yes, they have to, this guy takes a bus, or like if you're in the bigger city, you don't have a car, you would rather use the public transportation.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, I got the bus home tonight.
Yeah. No, and like I said, if you go to New York, people prefer that because, I mean, first of all, they don't have to try to find a parking spot, and why would you buy a car if you're never going to use it? So
yeah, exactly. New York, the buses were amazing to me when I went. I was so like, oh my God, this is like off a film.
Yeah.
The yellow buses.
Did you get to ride the subway?
I did. I found it very overwhelming. It was very. I realized how many scam artists there are. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
But it's also crazy how it's such a big. Because I remember, like, it was cool the way that, like, you can just get around the whole city so quickly through the subways. But I remember, because I was about 15, 16 when I went with college. And I remember standing on the subway and a guy came past and he was like, gives this big spiel about, like, I'm a single dad, you know, I've got 2 kids. And I was like, I felt so sorry for him, got a few dollars out, you know, give it him. 2 minutes later, another guy comes past with the exact same story. And I'm like, oh, I've been got.
Yep.
I've been got, should know better.
My one of my subway stories is I went up there, I was all by myself. I went and stayed with a friend of mine that I knew from Disney. She had moved up and she was like a talented, like one of those dancers that do all the kinds of like corporate gigs and stuff like that. So she went to this rehearsal and I went with her and it was like 9:30 in the morning and she's like, okay, well, we're here. And I go, okay, well, what do I do? Do I just like wait outside? And she's like, no, I don't get done till like 5:30. She's like, and I'm like, so then I got this freaked out. I'm like, what do I do? And she goes, go play. Just go.
Go play. Yeah.
Go play in the city. And I'm like, what?
Had you never been before to New York?
No, I had been before, but it was on our school trip, my senior trip in high school. But it was structured, Amy. It was like, all right, we're going to go here. We're going to go here. And there's 80 kids or 90 kids, whatever it was. And we're on like tour buses. We were shuttled in everywhere. We didn't take public transportation. So it's like you're by yourself. You don't know anybody. But it was kind of cool at the same time because she was right. I was kind of overthinking. I was like, what am I going to do? And she's like, just go have fun. So I started walking, and I made it all the way down to Battery Park, which is like from where we were to where I ended up being is like at the bottom of Manhattan. So where the Statue of Liberty is.
Right,
and so I'm like, all right. So I'm about to, like, I mean, there's still some time left. I'm about to go, like, either commit to go look at, you know, I've been up in the Statue of Liberty, but I was like, I'm going to go back and visit. And then my friend Kimberly calls and she goes, hey, I got off early. And I'm like, well, that's great. Like, I'm in Battery Park. I'm like 7 miles away from you. Like, I got to walk. She goes, no, take the train back. I'm like, okay. I'm like, and then I'm like, how do I do that? So I'm like, get on the train. She goes, when you go there, just ask the people. They'll tell you. They're they'll be very
It's
nice
very confusing.
It really is because you don't want to get on the wrong train and you end up in like on Long Island or Brooklyn or something.
What are those cards that you get?
The little Metro cards? Yeah.
Metro cards.
Yeah, Metro cards. So I went in there and I was like, sir, can you help me out? He's like, yeah, man, get on this train right here. I'm like, okay. I get on this train and there's a group of girls that were they had British accents too, by the way. And I was like,
hey, give us your best British accent.
No,
yeah.
I get
Please.
Hello.
I'm dying to hear it.
Hello. That's all I got.
That was quite good.
Hello. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck, the delicious mobile coffee truck that brings you the caffeination inspiration you need. We deliver signature coffee products like our Nitro Cold Brew and Caramel Frappe to any occasion or festivity. And for those who don't like coffee, we offer a variety of delicious hot chocolates, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. That's Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck.
Pat's Taps at Catfish Johnny's. Pat's Taps is Lake Panasoffke's only craft beer tap room, offering 12 rotating craft beers on tap. We also offer bottled domestic beer, seltzers, ciders, and wine, as well as a variety of appetizers and pub food. Our family-friendly tap room is a great place to hang out and enjoy some one-of-a-kind craft beer. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or the Untapped app.
Whether your water is supplied by a public municipality or a private well, for residential or commercial use, Purified Water Services LLC has the solutions to provide you with simply clean water. We offer a complete line of professional water filtration equipment and accessories. Soft water makes a difference you can see and feel. Water heater and appliances last longer with less maintenance. Iron and H2S filters eliminate iron stains and offensive rotten egg odors and protects your water softener equipment from iron fouling. No matter what your problem is, Purified Water Services LLC has a solution. Contact Kenny Williams at 352-446-2709. CY Western Company is located in Bushnell, Florida. It's a great place for boots, clothing, gifts, and accessories for the whole family. They are a family-owned and operated business that opened in 2008. They offer free gift bagging and layaway services, and also a 10% discount for 4-H and FFA members with proof of membership. Be sure to like them on Facebook, where customers can stay updated on sales and giveaways. You can find them next to Lowry's True Value Hardware in Bushnell, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Be sure to check out CY Western Company.
Catfish Johnny's Restaurant, served at Lake Panasoffke and surrounding areas since 1990. For the last 34 years, we have strived to serve great food at good prices and a friendly, casual atmosphere. If seafood isn't your thing, our wings and burgers are the best around. We have our daily specials too. We are open Wednesday through Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram for more information.
Webster Ace Hardware and Farm Supply are generous sponsors for today's podcast. They have been a family-owned business for 27 years. This helpful hardware store sells items such as archery, Ariat clothing and boots, Wrangler jeans, case knives, Hammond's candies, and live fishing gear. They also have a full selection of hardware, RV supply, propane, Ben Moore, Royal & Clark, and Kenningston paints. You need a barn or fencing job done? Custom barn kits and roofing metal are provided at your local Ace Hardware store. What about a new grill for the yard? Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, and Blackstone are found here, along with all the accessories to go with them. Stock up your workshop with DeWalt, Milwaukee, or Craftsman tools. They got you covered. Remember to go to ace.com to shop their entire line to have items shipped directly to the store. I always sound like John. I sound like John Cleese when I do it every time.
It was quite good. Not bad at all. I've heard worse.
Well, we'll have to do more later, but
looking forward to it.
So I get on the tram with the subway with these girls, and I'm like hanging out with them because they look like they know where they're going. I'm like, all right, I'll just hang with them, you know. And these guys come on the subway car, and they go, all right, guys, if I could just have your attention for just a minute. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're being robbed. Like I thought they were robbing the train. And so I pulled my wallet out. And I'm like, no. I just had it ready. And they're like, we're going to play a song for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Let me put that back in my.
I wish that happened here in the UK. Not the robbery, the playing the instruments. I just such fun stuff happens over where you are. People just spontaneously perform on the subway and such. If someone did that here, you would get so many weird looks and people would go, sit down, mate. And it'd just be so awkward. Yeah, that's so fun. We didn't get anyone performing when I went over there. I wish I had seen someone performing.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's also kind of cool at the same time when you realize what's going on, because at first when I thought we were going to get mugged or robbed or whatever you want to call it, it was a different feel. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're safe. So
I can just picture you thinking the scene from The Joker was about to play out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, And then I got back to my friend Kimberly, and she's like, how was the tram, the subway ride? And I'm like, well, I thought we were going to get robbed. It was funny. She told me, she said, don't make eye contact with certain people. Like if they look crazy, don't do it. And I'm like, but I'm the type of person, I'm like, hey,
talk to
what's
anyone,
up, buddy?
Yeah. Well, you hear a lot on the news about things happening in Florida, don't you? No shade to Florida. I think
I got you.
Amazing. But you do hear some crazy stuff in the newspapers. I had something to say then. I've forgotten what. My brain's just gone on brain freeze. It'll come back to me in a minute, I'm sure.
I think it's funny that you say that because they do make fun of Florida a lot because
really?
They have a thing called Florida Man. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
No,
but it's all the crazy stuff, and it's like it always seems like it's every single time it's someone in Florida, and it can be some of the most bizarre stuff that you've ever seen in your life or ever heard in your life.
Yeah.
And you're like, I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it with my own eyes, but it's like
no, you see articles
crazy.
About like people. I don't know whether you want me to stay PG on here.
You're good. We're good. Whatever.
All right, cool. You see stuff about people being like out of their mind on drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
And doing crazy things and like. Do you guys have crocodiles there and alligators?
We do. We have both.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I see a lot of stuff about crocodiles and alligators. I actually remember we went to that Gator World.
It's called. Gatorland,
Gator Trails Land or whatever it's called. Yeah, it's cool. Cool. You're making me want to go back now.
Yeah.
I need a holiday.
So an alligator in Florida is like a pigeon in the city. Most times. It is. They are
very
everywhere.
common. Oh,
common.
Wow.
Very common. If you take it from a native Floridian, when you ever come to Florida, or anybody you know that comes to Florida, tell them do not swim in the water that they cannot see in.
Oh, wow.
Trust me, it's a great rule of thumb to live by. I'm not even kidding you. It will save your life one day because people think I'm just going to swim in this lake. It looks it's hot outside. It's very inviting. I'm going to swim in this lake, and then all of a sudden, like, I'll never forget. There was a. It wasn't a movie, but it was like a documentary about like a nature show about alligators when I was a kid, and it was in this part of Florida that I lived really close to, and it said this guy was swimming at night. Now, just that sentence.
Why
alone,
would you do that?
Right. Swimming at night,
Crazy.
And he's swimming, and all of a sudden, this big old alligator head pops up.
Wow.
Right beside him.
Oh, no.
And you're done. You can't do anything about it. You can't. What are you going to try to swim away?
I bet they're so fast as well.
They are so fast in the water. They're fast on the land. You wouldn't believe how fast they are.
What's faster, crocodile or alligator?
Crocodile. I will say this: crocodiles are more aggressive than alligators are.
Are they bigger?
And they do get bigger. Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
But an alligator is going to try everything in his power to, believe it or not, to get away from you versus come at you. I know that's hard to believe.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
I know that's hard. Unless, here's the thing that is the biggest misconception with that is when an alligator has not been fed, or when it has been fed by someone, like say you live on a lake and you've got lakefront property, and there's a guy out there like throwing the food out.
Throwing steaks every day.
Throwing like chicken or just scraps of food. They come to that area and they know it's like, hey, look, this is where I get fed, just like any other animal that would be in the wild. And then
that's so cool though that they can be domesticated like that.
Well, they can, and then
yeah,
you would. It's crazy how sometimes they get domesticated, but then you'll have like the next day after that guy's been throwing the stuff out. Here comes Margaret with her dog walking around, and the alligator just grabs, Fido, or what is it, Fifi, and pulls him back in, and that happens so much. I mean, it's just a reality here.
Well, I see it happening with. Do you guys get hawks that pick up dogs as well?
I don't.
I don't know, eagles, hawks.
Oh yeah, hawks. Yeah, hawks. Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't have them over here.
They
But,
don't. They don't
I've
really
seen.
pick up. They don't really pick up dogs.
Oh,
They
really?
pick up. They'll pick up like squirrels and chickens and.
Oh my god.
So like where we live, we used to have ducks. Like we went to the store. We have we have this
Yeah.
this store called Tractor Supply. It's like for rural areas, and it carries all your feed and like everything you would need for like if you lived on a farm or a ranch. They have everything from clothing to livestock feed. Well,
Is that, do you live like on a ranch farm type place?
I don't now. I live in the city, but I used to we had cows and we had pigs at one time.
Nice.
We've had chickens, but I've never had a duck. And so they sell these little baby ducks every spring or whenever they get them in. Normally during the spring.
I can see where this story is going, and I don't like it.
No. No, it's. And I promise I won't be that way. But
okay.
but what I'm saying is we had them, and that's why we had to pin them up because we didn't want something to fly down and get them. Yeah. No.
I thought you were going to tell me something gruesome then.
No, but that does happen, and that's what you try to avoid. But that's just nature. People, you can't stop a hawk from trying to eat something that's been eating
This
it
is
for
true.
millions of years or whatever it is.
Cycle of life, isn't it?
The cycle of life.
Shame.
There's a video out there. I've said this before on a show, but there's a video where this guy was walking his little dog by the water, and an alligator wasn't very big. It's probably like I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 feet long. I know you're probably like that's a big alligator, but it's not as big as what they can be.
Well, I'm about 5'6", 5'5", so it's like a bit more than the length of me.
Right.
That's pretty big. Yeah.
That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
Animal.
But when they're that small, they're not very wide. They're just very narrow. Okay. So then as they get older, they get bigger. So this guy's walking his dog, and this alligator grabs it's a puppy. Alligator grabs the puppy. Wait, it gets better. And it has a happy ending, I promise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Grabs the puppy. The guy goes, oh, heck no, not on my watch. Jumps in on the gator. Is wrestling with the gator. Meanwhile, he's got a lit cigar in his mouth.
This is what I mean. Florida people are crazy, but in a good way. What the hell? That's insane.
Yep. Had the cigar in his mouth, wrestling the gator. He's like, let the dog go. And finally the dog gets let go unscathed. Like, no, there's nothing wrong with the dog.
Survive that?
I have no idea. But that guy was like, no way, not today, buddy. and just like wrestled this alligator, like had no fear. I'm like,
that's crazy.
It's fight or flight. You're gonna let him just take your dog or whatever, or you're gonna put up a fight. And that guy did. He was awesome.
I mean, dogs and cats are like your babies, aren't they?
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody loves them just as much as a child, and they're like that guy was like, oh heck no, man, you ain't taking my kid with you. So, but it does happen. It happens all the time. But you don't have anything like that in the UK, right?
No, we're pretty. I think we are. There's definitely pros and cons to the UK, but we are quite safe as a country. We don't get natural disasters, really. We don't get. Well, I don't want to jinx it, but there's no current war.
Right.
Well, yet, but we don't really have any deadly animals. Really, I mean, do we have deadly animals? I don't think. I think there are no spiders that can kill you in the UK. There are venomous ones. I mean, I may be wrong, but I think there's no spiders that can kill you.
Right.
There is maybe 1 or 2 snakes that have the potential to kill you, but only if you are a child or vulnerable or elderly, and they live like right up at the top of the country, like towards Cumbria and Scotland, I think. But I'm going to have to Google this while I'm on call with you. 1 second, because I'm really intrigued now. Are there any deadly animals in the UK? And I'm going to be horrified if there is.
I was going to say, you're probably thinking it's more safe than you thought it was.
Well, yeah, You're going to be surprised, but
Uh-oh. I'm
one of the
intrigued.
biggest killers in the UK, and I did know this before actually, is cows.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I've had run-ins with cows before. They can be very, very. The cows we have in the UK can be really territorial, and if there's a lot
Wow.
of public footpaths because we have a lot of like countryside and stuff. So when you're going on a walk, you often run into a herd of cows, and
Mhm.
there's no fencing or anything. They're just kind of in the same field as you. I don't know if that's the same for you guys, but they can get really aggressive and chase you, and people do get trampled and killed by cows
Oh
every
yeah,
year, which is
yeah.
yeah. So really, our biggest threats are cows, which sounds ridiculous, an adder, the only venomous snake in the UK, uh, and bees, wasps, and hornets.
Yeah.
But they are only responsible, apparently, for 2 to 9 deaths annually, and that's due to allergic reactions. So
Wow.
really,
Yeah.
we are pretty safe as a country in terms of wildlife. We don't have bears. You guys have bears,
We
don't
have
you?
bears. Yeah.
Have
We
you
have
ever had a
bears.
run-in with a bear?
I have not myself like in person, but I know they're here in Florida. We've had a bear sighting probably about 5 minutes from my house, and
Wow.
it made itself from one end to the other end of the town. And
Damn.
we weren't home at the time, but somebody was saying, "Oh yeah, there's a bear in." And it's on this road, and then all of a sudden, like 5 minutes later on Facebook, oh, somebody else, there's a bear on this road. Like he had made
What
his
kind of
way.
bear?
It was a black bear.
Are they the least threatening type?
So black bears they can be very territorial,
Okay.
and the thing is, like, okay, so if you go to there's videos all the time. You have to search this later. If you go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, there's always a bear. Like you can be in town shopping, and there'll be a bear walking down the street. This is no
That's
lie.
insane.
Yeah, this is no lie, and it's like you're like walking, and you're like, that just that's a bear.
I can't even imagine that. That's just
Yeah,
like so
yeah,
so mental to me.
yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I
They're
mean,
everywhere.
Australia is probably even worse for deadly animals being everywhere.
Yeah, I heard, and I don't know if it's changed, but at one time, the state with the most black bears was like New Jersey, like
All
near
right, where's that in comparison to you? Is that far?
that's way north, way north. Like
Okay.
I
I've
thought,
heard of New Jersey, but I don't know where it is.
yeah, it's right next door. It's right next door to New York City,
Oh, okay.
and so like if you drive out of New York City, if you head west out of New York City, you're going to go into New
Yeah.
Jersey,
I've
and
only
it's
ever
just
been to Florida and New York. So
oh,
there's a lot
okay.
of places I haven't been.
Yeah, there's so many places you need to go check out. You got to go. I mean, we have all the grant. What do you call them? The national parks like Yellowstone.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know if
I'm so interested in that with the volcano.
yes, they have the
Yeah,
geysers.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
acid lake thing.
yes, they have
I've
they
watched a
have
thing on that before.
Old Faithful and everything. Yeah, it's really
Oh
cool.
wow.
I
Yeah,
had
sounds
I had a guy come on the show. We went out there for it was probably about three, four. No, it was 3 or 4 Thanksgivings ago. I can't remember what it was. But anyways, we went out to Wyoming, and that's right outside of Yellowstone, where we were in Jackson Hole. It's beautiful.
yeah.
And we had this tour guide that came. His name is Bo, and he's like he knows everything about Yellowstone. He was telling us about all these things, and I had him on the show, and we just talked about Yellowstone and grizzly bears, and I mean it was cool just have an inside look on things that you go, wow, I didn't realize how big this place is. One, and
Mhm.
all the dangers. Like it's the most dangerous place on earth. Did you know that?
What, Yellowstone?
Yellowstone is the
Really?
most
Wow.
because of
Why?
all the underground volcanic. Like
Wow.
they say, if that thing ever explodes, the
It's just
the
gonna take out like half the country,
the
isn't it?
fallout
Yeah.
will be like. I mean, I think we would be safe here in Florida. There would be like some kind of repercussion or whatever. But like if
Oh
you're
yeah.
like 2 states over, I mean, it's going to be rough for you.
Well,
It's
I'd
crazy.
read something a while ago that said if Yellowstone is the volcano called Yellowstone.
So Yellowstone's the park. It's the park that it's in, but it's and I'm not sure which volcanic thing is in there, but they've got all these like the underground, the hot springs and stuff, and they're all volcanic. They're all tied in together.
I didn't know that. I thought there was just one.
No. There's we have a what's the one out in California? Let me see if I can look it up real quick. There was one out in Washington. It was volcanic. Mount St. Helen is what it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mount St. Helen, and it exploded back in the 80s. It was it had one of those big explosions, but they're not as active as I guess what you would think they would be, but they are still like they could go any minute, and they don't. There's no way to warn anybody. That's the bad part is.
Well, that's like what I'd read. They said it can just go it might just go any time, and it'll literally. I've just got the fallout map up here on Google now. The kill zone, if it went, would be. Hang on, that one's a bit obscured. So if whatever the main one is in Yellowstone, suddenly exploded, hang on, it would immediately obliterate Salt Lake City, Billings, Casper, Boise, and Missoula.
Is it Boise?
I'm saying those wrong.
Boise, yeah, Boise. That's Idaho. Isaac,
and then your sort of secondary affected areas would be Kansas City, San Francisco, LA, Seattle.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this wrong. Minneapolis?
Nope, that's correct.
Is that right?
Yep, cool. Minneapolis.
Yeah. And then the places that wouldn't really get touched as much would be New York, Atlanta, Austin, and all the ones around the edge. But no, that really that looks like it'd take out like a lot of the country.
It really would.
Yeah.
And that's the bad thing is you have no idea when it could go off. But my dad would. We went with I went with my mom one year, and my dad's like, "You're going to the most dangerous place on earth." And I'm like, "Yep."
So where's the is it called? Oh, I'm gonna say this wrong as well. There's a really hot, like the hottest place in the world called
Death Valley.
Death Valley. Yeah, whereabouts is that?
That's in California.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't. That's wild.
So California has all the climates. They have a desert, they have the mountains, they have the beach, and they have like very fertile land where they grow all like Napa Valley where all the grapes are and stuff. They have all that. That's where they make a lot of wine and stuff.
I desperately need a holiday to the US.
Oh my gosh!
Soon.
You let me know, and I'll throw some. If you ever come to Florida, you better let me know because I'll hook you up.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've got. I see videos about it all the time, but you don't realize that there's some things in Florida that we don't like. I haven't even experienced. I've lived here all my life, and it's not just because
so big. Every state's like 10 times bigger than the UK.
Yes, it's not because I didn't want to go to these places. It's just I haven't had time. You know, it's just you would think in 44 years of life that I'd make time, but I'm like it's like when people say I'm going to move to Florida, and when I do, I'm going to the beach every day. That's not true. That's not true. You would get tired of it. It's nice to be at the beach every day. Don't get me wrong, but you would get tired of it, and you go, okay, today we're not going to the beach. We're going to go here, or we're going to go inland and do something. We're going to go to Orlando and go to the parks. Or there's so many other ways. We can go to the springs. We can go, you can go. You take a tube, like an inner tube, like a inflatable tube. You can float down the river. There's a place called Rainbow River, just north of us.
It's just the whole place is just like a dreamland.
It really is, and that's the reason why everybody started to move here. There's so many developments happening because people are tired of living in sub freezing weather where it could be -10 out, and they're gonna want to come down here and they get they come down for a holiday or something, and they're like, I'm not moving back. That's exactly how my grandparents moved down here with my mom's side. They came down on vacation and they go, you know what? Keep the kids here. They stayed with grandma. We're going to go get their stuff. And they moved from Ohio down to Florida.
Down to
on
Florida.
vacation. On vacation.
Well, I was just gonna find out because you guys work in Fahrenheit, don't you? So,
Yes.
we have Celsius over here.
True.
Fahrenheit. So right now in the UK, it's 28 Fahrenheit, which is -2 degrees Celsius. It's freezing here at the moment. So what is it the temperature where you are today?
Right now it's 66.
You told me before, but I
66.
forgot.
No, I
66.
thought it was a little bit warmer than that, but it's 66 outside.
So 66 Fahrenheit to Celsius. Okay, so it's about 18 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's like the temperature where you are today is like our summer.
Summer, yeah.
Yeah, basically. So it doesn't get that hot. It doesn't get that hot over here. But I'm not a person who deals well with the heat anyway. Just a nice like 18 degrees or 66. Where you are today, that's probably my ideal.
we always say sunny and 75 is perfect because you don't want it too cold. And and if you're going for like the water, you're going to the beach or whatever. You don't want the water freezing cold. But you also don't want to go in the summertime when we've been and the water's so hot that you're like, it's not enjoyable either. You're like, oh my gosh.
It becomes like an oven.
It feels like bath water.
I have to ask you, I know you're meant to be interviewing me and I'm kind of taking the reins here, apologise, but
I love it. I love it.
If you ever run into a celebrity.
I have several, especially when I worked at Disney. And I'm going to tell you who my favorite one is, and you're going to laugh, but there's a reason behind it. Julie Andrews was my all-time. Oh,
really?
Yes.
I love her.
Yes, I love her. She's amazing. She really is.
She's one of my favorite.
Yeah. And I love the accent. She gets me every time with the accent. She could read her grocery list, and I'd be like,
She's just what an icon. What an icon. Yeah. When was that you ran into her?
That was that's been a while ago. That's probably about 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But she used to write. I don't know if she still does, but she wrote children's books. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and she came to Disney to do a book signing, and it was at Hollywood Studios. And if you bought a book, you got an autograph, and that's how I met her. I bought one of her books. Yeah, she was really, really sweet. Very nice.
Because is Mary Poppins Disney?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's okay. So it's one of those. It's like Winnie the Pooh. It's kind of like co-owned.
Yeah.
But I think Disney owns Winnie the Pooh now. But for the longest time, what was that? A.A. Mine. I think that's.
It's not typical Disney style, is it? It's not that typical Disney animation kind of.
Well,
look.
no, but Mary Poppins was a culture pop, like a pop culture icon, like before its time, because it mixed live actors with animation. Nobody ever done that.
I love films like that. You know, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and
yes,
I think I've heard one other films, but
Bed Knobs and Broomsticks was the same way. Yeah. Roger Rabbit. Those movies would not be made without Mary Poppins. That was the groundbreaking
the starting point.
Yeah, almost like before Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, nobody was. They were afraid if you did a full feature, like if you made a movie back in the 1920s and it was over a certain amount of time, they would think people would have like epilepsy because of the flickering. The flickering.
Oh, right. Genuinely?
Yeah. They were genuinely concerned for people. They go, my God, if they watch this for an hour, they're going to have seizures.
Wow. Yeah.
And they really thought that. And they were like, I don't think that's going to happen. And they had to do this to make them realize, hey, nothing's going to, people can watch it and be fine. It's not what you think it is. I mean, you look at the little frames going up and down, going through it, and it's hard to focus, but the way it was presented, everybody was able to do it. So it was.
I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
Sorry.
You're good.
There's cat hair. I'm a bit allergic to cats, but I love cats. So
You're like my wife. She's the same way.
Got to.
Yeah. I'm like, why do we have these cats? She's like, I gotta have them. I'm like, but you're allergic. She's like, I know.
This isn't going to stop now. It's going to keep going for ages. I just need to go and take an antihistamine. Whew.
Do you want to stop for a second?
No, it's okay. I'll just have one afterwards.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what are some
I'll
things?
take a sip of water.
Get you a sip.
Sip of water.
What's some things like in that you like? Have you seen those videos where they have these kids? Normally, it's kids, and they'll have American snacks, and they'll let the kids eat the American snacks, or they'll have some kind of food like
to see what they make of it.
To see what they if it's something they like or not, and every time they're like this is sweet tea, and they're like and they drink it, and they're like they start chugging it
like British kids American food and stuff.
Yes
yeah
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see that. I wish they would do that with like or vice versa with any of the kids here, and it doesn't have to be.
You don't want British food. It's awful. I think it's worldwide known that British food is awful.
Is it really that bad though?
Traditional British food, yeah, because it's all kind of wartime food. That's like all the recipes are like post World War II. So so our traditional dishes are like I don't know, like shepherd's pie. Do you know any of these? Toad in the hole. They're just kind of like, it's like a roast dinner. Like, I don't know whether you guys have roast dinners. It's kind of maybe like Thanksgiving dinner. Like,
so like for Thanksgiving, we have traditionally it's turkey. So that's our tradition. But there's been a couple times in my family that we didn't do turkey. We did we would do ham, or we did steaks or whatever. Something. It's just a big dinner. Just like, hey, we're gonna kind of go out of. I guess back in the day when you did a turkey dinner, you were kind of like, it was a big to do. Like, you didn't make a turkey all the time. Yeah. So I guess that's why they made that like the traditional turkey dinner for Thanksgiving. But that almost was our national bird. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I didn't know that. I assumed your national bird was an eagle. Is it?
It is.
Yeah.
But it almost became a turkey. I'm like, well, we couldn't.
That would make sense.
We wouldn't have been able to eat turkey on Thanksgiving. It was the national bird.
It's kind of like, I feel like you guys hold eagles in the same regard that we hold swans.
Yeah.
Eagles are protected, I assume.
Yes.
Here it's swans. So I think there's loads of laws around swans. They belong to either the royals or the government or the law or something, and you're not allowed to touch them. You're not allowed. If you kill a swan here, you get prison time. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
They're really, they're like the royal bird.
That's like a manatee here.
Oh, I love manatees. I saw a few when I was in Florida.
You're not allowed to touch them. Did you know that?
I didn't. Oh, sorry, my contact lens had just come up my eye.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not allowed to touch them. You can swim with them, but you can't touch them. Which I'm kind of like. Are
they endangered?
They're not endangered. They're just protected. I don't think they're endangered. I think there's plenty of them. I think they're just.
More than enough of them.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say, if they are, it's one of those things where, it's getting close to them being off the list. I would say that, to be fair.
Right. They're very cute. They're such weird looking things, but they're so cute.
They are, and they're so, like when you see them, you just can't help but smile, because you're like, look, it's, they're called sea cows, and you just go, look, it's a sea cow.
A baby manatee. We saw a baby.
That's cute. So cute. They are cute.
I believe that me and my friend were laughing the other day because you guys have lots of dolphins, don't you?
Yes. Oh yeah.
And we don't really, once in a blue moon you'll see a dolphin in the UK, but they're not common at all. And they're so clever. They're almost like alien. And I was talking to my friend, and I think you spoke to her. She's part of my management, Christine, and we were just saying, like, dolphins are just so clever, but they're also a bit evil as well. Have you heard about this?
Yes, they have a wild streak in them, and it's crazy how like you said, how smart they are. They've been known to. I've been on a boat out in the bay in the Gulf, and on the west side of Florida. That's the Gulf side. We're out on the boat, and you can see, like, if you wear the right sunglasses, they're polarized, and you can see through the water. You can see the fish and stuff, and all of a sudden there's, I don't know, 5 or 6 dolphins, and they're swimming, and they go. I had a GoPro, and I stuck it in the water, and they just kind of went under the boat, and it's like they knew they were being filmed, so they were like took their time, like, what's up, you know? And then
that's so smart.
And then, like, if they went under the boat and they were going away from us, and then one on the far right broke away, and he came around, and I swear, I didn't get this on film, but I swear to you, he was like, what's up?
Thanks for watching part 1 of this 2-part podcast. Check out full episodes on YouTube and Spotify.